All right. Hi, I'm Z Kindle with Mobilizing Civic Engagement. It's a 501c3 nonprofit, and we're all about voter registration, voter education, nonpartisan issues. And here we are with the man, the myth, the legend, Phil Brock, the mayor of Santa Monica, and he's running again for Santa Monica City Council, and potentially the mayor position as well. So Phil, we've been asking everybody about their top three issues in Santa Monica and what they want to do about them. So let's just start. I know you have a lot to say, probably, but let's just start with the most important issue that you think.
Homelessness, public safety, it's tied. 78% of residents believe that those are the issues, and they've now equated homelessness, public safety equally. Third, economic recovery and economic vitality in our downtown area.
Yeah, and we were talking about earlier with a couple of the candidates. We're talking about tourism, right, and the reputation of Santa Monica, brand of Santa Monica. So, how would you, I know you've been around, you've been doing a lot of great stuff for. How are you going to continue those policies, right? Because you have a group of people that have been making a lot of changes in a positive way. How are you guys going to continue that?
Well, first, we have to have safety in downtown to recover tourism. So that's absolutely number one. Number two, I've got to make sure that my residents enjoy their city again. I'd call it almost bringing the smile back. When we cross the streets, when we walk the streets of the city, it used to be you always got a nod or a smile or hey. And now we're getting people walking straight ahead, no longer talking to their neighbors, concerned that the next person coming by might be someone who would jump them, who would violate their body, their premise. So, look.
And by the way, you got jumped in the promenade, right? And you defended yourself and had the police come and everything. And that's kind of what we're trying to prevent, right?
I need to make sure that not only downtown is safe, that's for tourism, but the neighborhoods have to be safe. I need to make sure that people, wherever they're walking to or from, feel a sense of safety in their neighborhoods as well as in our downtown. If we don't have that, we won't recover. And lastly, it's always really important when you're a tourist, when you're a visitor to a city, that above and beyond all, you want to know where the locals eat, where the locals go. What is unique and different about the place you're visiting? Well, we have to restore that sense of balance to Santa Monica to really make sure that tourism recovers and that it grows, because our reputation as a city has suffered. There's no question about that, but that's recoverable. I walk the city almost every day. I
know that for a fact. I see him all around, and I say hi to him and bug him about everything. So I know that, yeah.
And generally, I try and spend a 2 to 3 mile, 4 mile walk in the early mornings in Santa Monica in different neighborhoods. It is imperative that the people in our city feel safe. They need to feel safe going to a movie downtown. They need to feel safe going to their local restaurant or bar in their neighborhood. And they need to make sure that everyone else in the city has their backs, but we have a sufficient amount of police to make sure that there's backup for them.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And also to pivot sort of to, the bigger picture, right? Santa Monica is a city unto itself and makes its own sort of laws and rules and regulations and all that and ordinances. But we also have the DA race coming up, right? You have Gascon, and clearly we kind of see maybe the intent of his policies was good, right? You kind of trying to lessen the prison population, the whole thing. But we clearly see in San Francisco and now LA that the policies aren't working. So what do you think about the new DA potentially, Nathan Hochman? Are you endorsing him or improving him?
I endorsed Nathan last week, so I'm all in on a replacement. Almost every violent criminal that has committed a crime in this city has been someone who has already been in jail or was supposed to go to jail, and Gascon never prosecuted. The woman who was run over and killed in Fashion Island, Newport Beach, earlier this summer. Well, that particular woman, the criminal, had been in Santa Monica, had committed an armed stick-up on 2nd and Broadway in the daytime of someone wearing a Rolex. Santa Monica police got him 4 months later, took him to jail, Gascon never prosecuted. That woman's death is on Gascon's back. That's number one. Number two, I urge everyone to support Prop 36. Prop 36 will revise Prop 47. If you're a drug addict, you get arrested twice. The third time you're arrested, you will be remanded to jail or rehab. That's your choice. We hope everyone takes 6 months of rehab to get better, to recover their lives.
So briefly on that one, so we talked about earlier about Ronald Reagan and removing the asylums sort of in the 80s or shutting them down, right? And I know asylums back then were sort of, maybe. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So basically, the idea is that should we bring maybe is there a movement to sort of bring those back a little bit so it's not on the streets, there's not needles being distributed in parks, it's sort of people are getting the treatment, you're talking about rehab and rehabilitation, right, for 6 months for Prop 36. Maybe there's some way we can have facilities for that. Possibly.
Supportive housing is one thing where people who are hopelessly addicted or having mental health issues can live in an environment where they have therapists right there, doctors there, people who can treat them there. Secondarily, we have to have places. It's not fair to residents, not fair to businesses to have all these people on the streets out of control. So I believe Santa Monica has always been a compassion-first city. But compassion, I believe, also needs accountability.
Yeah, we were talking about tough love earlier, so yeah, sort of a tough love thing.
Yeah, I think that's really important. We have let adults act like little kids and have no consequences. We can no longer do that and have a civil society. And I believe that as the mayor of a city, my first and foremost responsibility is to keep our residents as safe as humanly possible. That's whether it's a hamlet, a town, a village, or a city. That is our top responsibility, and that's what the residents expect. I believe that's what they deserve. They deserve a safe city, and that's not just downtown. That's the entire city of Santa Monica.
Amazing, amazing. So in closing, is there anything else you want to say in the end to the people out there?
Vote. Vote as if your life depends on it, because it does. For the presidential election, there absolutely can't be more contrast in the sides. For this city election, you have 4 candidates, each on 2 different sides of issues in the city. I believe in pragmatic, common sense government that takes care of all of our residents each and every day. We can't afford grandiose projects now in Santa Monica. We have to use common sense, and we have to take care of our residents. If we don't, we'll all lose. And our city is a city that is too important to lose our right to be on our streets as residents. I'm a native of Santa Monica.
Me too. I was born at St. John's as well. So, yeah, cool.
There you go. And we didn't meet there, though.
Oh, no.
But look, it's incredibly important to care about this special place. And my heart and soul is in Santa Monica. I want to keep caring about everyone in our city.
That's amazing, man. Getting me emotional there in the end. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. So yeah, Phil Brock, Mayor of Santa Monica. Please, as he said, get out and vote. Like your country, your city, your county depends on it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Phil. Appreciate it.